Hello, it's Mark from superagates.com, and today is an exciting day for me. Today, even though it's very cold, it's 0 degrees for a high here in Nebraska, my order from Quartzsite has arrived. Now, when it came, I was really excited, but the problem was they didn't have a lift gate to get it down, so we had to unload it. Some of the boxes broke open, so we're going to open up some that didn't and maybe some that did later. But really excited to share this with you. Thanks for watching. Okay, so let's begin the boxing. Let's see what we've got here. I mean, I'm pretty excited. I remember what I bought, but I don't remember what I bought. So here is what I think is pretty darn cool. This is fluorite. It's got purple and green and white fluorite. And I've got a number of pieces. A lot of this I bought because I like it, or I think that it'll polish nice and make great specimens. But my main reason is I want to cut it on YouTube so that I have content that you might enjoy seeing. And this is one of those things. I mean, there's quite a bit in there. I'd have bought more, but I'm not sure how well it will polish, so we'll just have to see. Okay, you might see my son in and out of here occasionally, and that's because he's my cameraman, and he's going to help move some of this stuff away as we go. Here's another box. Not sure what we got. Let's have a look-see. Oh yes, this is another. These are larger pieces of Moroccan seam agate. I didn't find much agate at all that was really good, but I did find some nice Moroccan seam agate, and I think some of these are going to be really good for polishing and cutting. I mean, I'm just thrilled with this stuff. Of course, it doesn't take much to make me thrilled. I love agate. Now here's a sack, and in this sack, I got a variety of things I bought from a vendor, a really nice guy, ex-military. Look at the blue on that Turkish stone. I would guess you'd call it jasper, but that's an absolutely beautiful blue. It was a one-of-a-kind piece, and of course I love agate, so I had to buy that. I also got a few thunder eggs. Thunder eggs are always fun to cut. These are Oregon thunder eggs, so that'll be fun to cut. And some beautiful pieces here. These will be great to cut. Absolutely lovely. The purple, oh, can't beat it. That was a winning bag. Now here, I believe, is malachite that I bought. This was on sale by the box, so I haven't really checked the quality of this, but there's quite a number of pieces in here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Just look at that green. The green of malachite is something to behold. Oh, look at that piece. Oh, I'm liking it already. Oh yeah, contrast. Contrast is big in agate, it's big in jasper, it's big in malachite. This one has less contrast. Still a nice enough piece, but when you compare it to the contrast in this stone, it's night and day difference. But still a nice stone. Some nice patterning in that. Oh yeah, this is pretty good stuff here. Oh, I didn't know how it would come out. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Malachite from the Congo. I mean, there's probably 50 more pieces in here, but I think you sort of get the idea of what it looks like. Everybody knows what malachite looks like, but it's always fun to get it. Well, let's see, what else have we got here? What's in this box here? Oh yes, look at these little pieces. Celestite from Madagascar. And they're the right size pieces too, because a lot of people just want small pieces, and they are just lovely. Thank you, Brian. There you go. Oh yeah. And I bought what I thought were the nice pieces. You know, I was there early, and it does make a difference whether you're there early or not. But these are lovely pieces. Undoubtedly, you'll see some of these on the $15 page, some of the nicer ones. Otherwise, I sell them very well at shows. The bigger ones are harder to sell because it's very expensive. Well, let's have a look what's in this thing here. Oh, there's some beautiful pieces here. Some beautiful jasper. I believe this comes from Nevada, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I thought that these might be something that I could cut on video. But lovely pieces. I bought so much stuff that it's really hard to remember the names of all of it, but I have it written down somewhere, but I think this will make some very nice video. Happy with this. I just bought a small bag of it, but it will cut some very nice stones, something that might be interesting to watch. I've always liked agate, but I like jasper or any colorful rock. Oh, this is more fluorite. I think this is fluorite from Africa. But look at the color, nice size piece, just beautiful stuff. Unbelievable. He only had a small amount of this. But I bought what he had. I do love fluorite, and we'll see if I can get a polish on it. But when you look at the color, you just look at that yellow and the purple, it is really nice. Gosh, I love that. Can't argue with that. And we move on to the next sack. Actually, that's an old sack that I picked out of the garage. This is one that I'm pretty excited about. This is Imperial Jasper from Mexico. And as I say, I was there early, so I could pick out what I thought were some really nice pieces, something that will cut and have good eyes in them. I mean, you can see in a piece like this one, show them this one, Brian, how pretty that stuff is. And so I bought it because I thought it would be a fantastic cutting video. And if you get the right stuff, it'll cut really well. This is really nice stuff. So I think at some point you'll see whether it's nice or not. I think it is. In fact, I know it is. Well, we've got some of these flats here, and this is material that's pretty much finished material. Most of the finished material I buy at Tucson, but I did buy some of this, and I bought some of these towers. They're just really pretty towers. Just lovely towers. They stand nicely. It's hard to show you that, but just lovely. I bought quite a few of those. I also bought some of these palm stones that I thought were really cool. They're very heavy, and it's a high metallic content. Oh, those are just gorgeous. From India, polished, ready to go. And then I had a second box here. And in this box, these are hearts. And the material comes from Indonesia. They're still dusty from being at the show there in Tucson. I can feel the dust. I need to wash them off. I believe these might actually fluoresce. But they're very nice. I bought a bunch of those, all that he had. I also bought some of these, ruby, and the ruby will fluoresce under long wave, and these are hearts. It's just lovely stuff. People always love fluorescent materials. Just to see those fluoresce will be really fun. I'll see if I can figure out what I did with my lights. Here they are. I've got some pretty bright lights here, so I don't know whether they will show the fluorescent. Oh yeah, it's still, even with this light, you can see the ruby fluoresce. Oh gosh, that's pretty, just pretty. All of those are rubies. And you can see this fluoresces a bright blue. I mean, look at that fluorescent. And the beauty of this, it's long wave. They all fluoresce. Oh, gosh. I mean, I don't know how you can't be excited about that. I know that I love fluorescence, and I know other people do at shows as well. Just look at that. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is a home run purchase here. Just a home run purchase. I'll sell every one of these. But those came from India. This material is from Indonesia. Well, let's see what's next on the docket here. This has got some heavy stuff in it. Oh yeah. So this is that one dealer that I have, and this is Amazonite from Russia. And it's a whole box of it. I mean, I am so excited about this because I do make a lot of small pieces for wire wrap. And this is premium material for that. But I'm also thinking, gosh, it would make a great video to cut this, even though they'd be all similar, or I could mix it with other material. And polishing it, oh, they would be spectacular. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, whether I'm gonna cut them and polish them or cut them for jewelry. But here again, I'll have a video of this coming up. When I went to Quartzsite, one of my main goals was to find material that would be different from what I already have for a cutting video. Here's a heavy one, Brian. I did buy a number of things from Australia. There's an Australian dealer there, and such a nice guy. I'll tell you, the Australians are always so nice. And this is Narina jasper. And I'm thinking, I mean, you can see it's so cold here, it's still collecting moisture because it's cold, but this is just spectacular. I mean, just look at how that looks. Oh, and it's big enough to make a sphere or make beautiful pieces or specimens. That's lovely. Well, we got another bag here. What have we here? Oh, this is also from Australia, the same dealer, and it is chrysoprase. Now, it isn't the extraordinarily expensive chrysoprase that they sell by the gram, but I'm thinking I've had this material in the past. It cuts great as far as making a nice little specimen. Not all of them will cut that great, but some of them will. I mean, you can see the green, and there again, I was there early, and because I was there early, I was able to pick. And when you have a chance to pick the stone, it's always, always, always better. Always better to pick. This is another one I'm pretty excited about. It's a relatively small purchase, but there's some really nice pieces in that. Well, let's see. Here's a heavy one. This is heavy. Let's open her up. Oh my gosh. Now here is a piece of old material from Mexico. I don't know if you can show a close-up of that, Brian, but that is just beautiful. I love purple. It's a purple jasper. I'm not sure what they called it, if they even know the name, but it was just a lovely piece, and I had to have it. Now here we have, I mean, just look at this for a specimen, just the way it is. This is pink tourmaline in a matrix. And I have a number of pieces of this. It's pretty nice stuff, as you can well see. I'm very excited about this. I don't know whether it'll cut and polish, but even if it doesn't, it has just a lovely specimen look to it. We'll have no trouble selling this if I'm willing to even let it go. In the box, you'll also see the blue in there. And this is more of the blue agate from Tanzania. Excuse me, from Namibia. And that is just a beautiful color. You've seen me cut some on video, and I like the results of it, and it's so much fun to cut. Show a close-up of that one, Brian. But I've got quite a bit of this, and here again, I spent a lot of time picking so that I get pieces that I thought were quite nice, with perhaps some druzy in it. Oh, we're inside because it's so brutally cold, but it will be very nice in the sun. I don't know if you can get this out of the road here or not. Okay, so the next one, at some point I have to come across what I went there mainly for. Oh dear, look at this. Okay, now these are fluorite. And I thought they were just done so nicely. I was at Desert Gardens before the powwow, And I think a lot of the collectors come for the powwow. But I like to be there at Desert Gardens because then you get first choice of material like that. Just look at that fluorite. Oh, and I picked a number of them because it is just such beautiful stuff. Look at the colors in that. So nicely done. Oh, I mean, I get so excited seeing what I was excited about there. I bought a number of those, as you can see. I won't unpack them all because they're all just as good as that one. Oh, this is fun for me. I hope you're enjoying it. I believe this is more malachite, yes it is, that I picked from another dealer. Just look at that color and contrast, the eyes. Oh, that is lovely. All of these were hand-picked, so they're all going to be decent pieces. I had bought so much malachite in the past, but people love malachite, and before you know it, I've sold it all. But that's what that bag is, more malachite pieces. Well, we're just going to cut it. Now, here's something that I just go crazy over. As you know, I love ammonites. And these are bags of small ammonites. I haven't been able to get these for 3 years. I'm either too slow or too late there. But if you see, there's a little iridescence in these. And what I do with these is I'll take those and polish them a little better. So I loaded up on those. I got a number of these and I'm just thrilled to death to get those. When I saw those, I bought them all that they had. And here's a different variety. Just love them. Just love them. It's one of those things when I came back, I thought, what did I buy? What was I excited about? And this is one of the things. Oh, more malachite. And one of the things I've noticed is that if you buy the small pieces, people can afford them and they love to have the small pieces. And I believe that's what this whole sack is for. And undoubtedly, if I go to Tucson, I'll be buying more malachite pieces. Now here we have more towers from the same dealer. Oh, that's a beautiful tower as well. Same dealer that had the fluorite towers. And I have to love those. Gorgeous, gorgeous towers. Not terribly expensive. He also had some lapis hearts that, I mean, just to buy this kind of rough is just unbelievable, but look at the blue on that lapis. Oh my gosh, that's nice. Thrilled with them. This is about the extent of the good ones. As I said before, if you're there and you can pick, it makes a very large difference. These are more of the towers. Let's see what we got in this here. Oh yeah, yeah. This is really cool stuff. It is selenite. As you can see, it's selenite. Selenite, and I need a piece of paper, colorful paper. Essentially, it will bring it works like fiber optic. It's sort of cold, so it's collecting. As you can see, it brings the color and the printing right to the top. Might be hard to tell in the shot, but it is way cool stuff. Looks like I had a couple casualties here, but that's okay. There's a lot of different ones in there, and I expect those to really be nice. And here's another one of the same thing. I bought 2 boxes of those. Well, we got a big bag here. Let's see what's in this bag. Oh, this is dead camel jasper. And I've always wanted some dead camel. It's one of those jaspers that I really wanted. And I was amazed that I was able to buy it. If you see the end there, you sort of see what it'll look like. Dead camel is on a plot of land that theoretically the claims will go away as they continue with the Air Force working on it, so they say. But it has just beautiful patterning. And it's just one of those things I thought, golly, that's gonna make a great video. And I'm going to get some stuff out of it I really, really wanted. So I picked, of course, and I got what I wanted. Some of the pieces are better than others. I'd love to have some of the blue, but you sort of take what you can get. Here's a stone that I've always done well with as far as making jewelry pieces. And they call it Chinese writing stone. And oh, there's going to be some really nice pieces in that. That, again, I bought from the Australian, so that's a winner. Chinese writing stone, big piece. I'll have to use a slab saw on that. Okay, so here's the big box. And in here I have a number of crystal specimens from Mexico. And in the sunlight they just sparkle like you cannot believe. Just absolutely gorgeous pieces. Have to love those pieces. Just lovely, lovely pieces. Not terribly expensive, but not terribly cheap either. That's what the main box is. I also have a couple sacks here. Here's a slab that I had thrown in there. It's a piece of amethyst, and that should make a nice piece. This I thought was sort of cool, so I bought some of this as well. It's silicon carbide. It's sort of like the stuff that I used to tumble with, but it's just got such pretty color. And I think that will be a winner as well. Gotta love this. Well, let's see what else I've got here. I do have a bucket here with a couple different varieties. I want you to look at this. That is a plume agate, and it's got pinks in it. It is just spectacular. This is Graveyard Point, and Graveyard Point with color. Oh my gosh, that is going to make a fantastic video to cut, and some beautiful pieces. Just spectacular pieces. I mean, you know I love banded agate, but I like almost any agate. So this material is A1 to me. Just a winner. I'm sort of excited about these. I don't know if you can tell. Well, let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, this is another jasper. And I don't remember what they call this, but I believe it comes from Nevada. You can sort of see an orb in there. And again, I picked the pieces. So I picked pieces that I thought might just give me some good results. And I picked enough that I could do a video on it. You know, some of this I don't know a lot about. I mean, look at this piece here with all those little rings there. I think there's some good stuff in that. I really do. Yeah, you can't beat that. That is really good stuff. Quartzsite or something like that. I'm not sure of the name. I'm not as good with the jaspers as I should be. But that's some of the material that I've bought. I'll have to go get some more maybe. Okay, so I've got a lot of different things that I bought that's interesting. Kambaba, dumortierite, sodalite. You all know what those look like. And you all know what this looks like. This is what I really wanted to buy when I went there. Brazilian agate, of all things. It's a banded agate. Now, these boxes, because I filled them so full on the pallet, sort of fell apart in the garage. But I got about 600 pounds of these. I just love them. And I'm thinking video. I mean, they'll work for the video, they'll work for people buying them, they'll work at the shows. I've got people that already want the rough. Some of it I'll put on the website, but I'm anxious to see how they cut, and I'm hopeful that maybe some will actually give me some iris agate too. But you can sort of see there's some pretty colors on it. This is what I really wanted to find. There were a couple other things, but most of what I've shown you, I just happened to buy. I just love the stuff and love agate of different kinds. And I hope you found this interesting, and perhaps you'll see some of these agates on video with YouTube. But Brazilian agate, thanks again for watching. This is Mark at Super Agates. I hope you'll subscribe.